So in today's video, we're going to be teaching you guys how to trade with icons on Eafc. So just before the video does start, a quick little ad on a trading service I offer over on Twitch for the cheapest trading guides out there for just £4, €4, or free with Amazon Prime. You'll receive daily trading and investing guides covering PlayStation, Xbox and PC with an array of methods covering all budgets. And I've been trading for over 10 years, making over 100 million in multiple different FIFAs, and now for the last 4 years I've made 10 million coins in just the first month. So by popular demand, a lot of people have asked me how to trade with icons, and I don't have an updated tutorial. So what I'm going to be doing in today's video is I'm going to be teaching you guys how I trade with icons over on Eafc at the beginning of the game. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be walking through two different methods you can use. We're going to talk about how you can basically learn what icons sell for, how you can go and snipe yourself some deals, and different methods you can do on the web app compared to the console. So the first method we're going to be teaching you guys is how to go and snipe icons. Now how you're going to go and snipe icons is you are going to set the maximum buy now to the amount of coins you have. So right now I've got 970k, so we're going to go and set this to 970k. Now the reason for this is because I only want to look at icons that I can afford. It's the same reason I don't go around looking at Ferraris, is because I can't afford a Ferrari, but we can afford something cheaper. So then what you can do is you're going to go and set the maximum bid to as high as possible without there being more than one card over the hour. So I recommend starting at 70k, searching, and if there's no more than one card over the hour, increase it. We'll then go to 75k. So you can have no cards over the hour or one card over the hour. And you want this number to be as high as possible, so still no cards over the hour. Now the reason you want this number to be as high as possible is because you can see how someone like Gerard's got a 76k minimum bid, whereas Larson's got a 65. So if I only could have up to 66, well then I wouldn't be able to see Gerard's pop up, but I would be able to see Larson. So again, what we're going to do is just make this as high as possible. If we're going up it to 90, one card over the hour, but one card over the hour is all good. It's when there's more than one card over the hour it won't work. Now the reason for this is because we're going to be using a sniping mechanic, and this sniping mechanic can only allow you to have a maximum of one card over the hour. So for this it is going to be 99.5 because Keen pops up there. So this filter is now the highest, basically maximum bid I can have without there being more than one card over the hour. Now the reason for this is if I go and press compare price back out, now because it's early in the morning and it is icons, it may take a second, but what happens is if a new icon gets listed which has a maximum bid no higher than 99.5k, it will pop up here, and then I'll be able to see the card instantly as soon as it's listed. Now you may wonder, why would you want to see cards under this filter that are listed as soon as, we'll see them as soon as they're listed? Well, if you're in a hurry to sell cards, what are the two things you can do to make them sell faster? The first thing you can do to make something sell faster is to go and set a low maximum bid. Now the reason for this is because if you go and set a low maximum bid, then so the reason you can go and set a low maximum bid is because the card is going to guarantee to sell on. So if I go and put 65k, you're guaranteed to go and sell that last move in the hour because someone will go and throw a bid on it, or they're not going to end at a 65k bid because someone's going to go and throw a bid on it. Now the second thing, which happened right here with the Zanetti, is someone is going to go and set a low buy now. Basically, again, if you want to sell something instantly, low maximum bid, and you'll set a low buy now. If you go and undercut everyone else, you are likely to sell the cards. So the idea is this filter is going to go and show us brand new cards that are listed, which are being listed by people in a hurry to sell. A lot of the time this is first owner cards. You can see right here that this Zanetti under the basic Chemsile has 1. This means that the card is first owner, which means someone's just going to pack that card and they're like, do you know what, I'll sell the card for 50, 60k less than what they sell for. I just want the money because I've just gone and packed him. And that's what happened with the Zanetti. Now, how do you know if something's a deal or not? Because I didn't know if that Zanetti was a deal. Well, how you know if it's a deal or not is you go over to Footbin, and what you have to do is you have to go over to sales data, and then what you do is you look at what they've peaked at in the last 24 hours. So obviously we're on the 4th right now, so we're looking at basically the peaks that they hit consistently. So we can see right here he's hit 430, 430, 429, 430. What else do we have here then? A bit of 400, so he slightly went down. 420, 420, 420, 420. So again, we're ignoring the low prices because obviously we want to sell players for as much as possible, but we also want them to consistently sell at that price. 425, 423, 420, 430, 425, 430, 425. So he basically sells between 425 and 430, which means we want to go and buy him 10% cheaper than that, which means we'd buy him up to 380, which means that because I didn't know Zanetti sold for, I actually missed out on a really good deal live. But if I previously checked Zanetti, so for example now I know that I buy Zanetti at 380 and below, which means I wouldn't have to think otherwise. Whereas I did have to check, and you can see right there, you just don't have enough time to check, because there is going to be like, it's going to be like 30, 40k profit on that Zanetti, but because we had to go and check, we missed out on the card. So it is a pretty competitive method, you can see right there, but that just really is just how this method is. It's all about sniping the market, and then you need to learn the market via using footbin sales and seeing what the high consistent price they've sold for in the last 24 hours. Now, this is the best method to do on console, but what if you're on web app? Or just an alternative method. Now, an alternative method you can go through is going to be base icon basic. Now you wonder, why do I want to put basic? Well, like how I said earlier, that people will go and list, people who pack the cards want to go and sell them instantly. Every card comes out of packs with basic chem style, obviously apart from goalkeepers. Which means if we want to go look at icons that have just been packed by people who are probably in a hurry to sell, basic chem style is going to show us all the cards that have basically just been packed. What you can do is you can just go and search this in basic chem style, and you can scroll to the 59th minute. And you can see they'll only take a few pages because obviously a lot of icons do get Shadow and Hunter and Co put on them. Now, interestingly enough, that Zanetti would have popped up under this filter because obviously he had a basic chem style on him, and because he had a basic chem style on him, he would have popped under icon basic. Now, the thing you have to realise is that they do take away the chem style every time you search. So you do have to keep putting it back. But this is another method you can use. This method is very good to go and use after any sort of promo packs have been opened, because obviously after promo packs have been opened, there is a flurry of new first owner icons that have been packed. And it's the exact same concept. Ideally, you're going to know what the players sell for in the first place. But if you're not going to know what the players sell for, so for example, let's say Rygaard pops up. From what I understand, Rygaard is about 420 to 440. Let's have a look, he's 430 right now. So he has got sales there at 420, 425, 425, 425, 423, 420. I'd say he consistently sells enough at 425. Get him 10% cheaper. We're not going to go and buy him basically above 380. So that is basically the other method you use. And again, that's how you sell them. Now, when you are doing this method, you do not panic if the card sells instantly. Because if you wanted the card to go and sell instantly, you'd go and sell for the cheapest on the market, and you'd significantly lower the amount of profit you'd make. But instead what you do is you go and sell what they fluctuate for, and you don't panic. Because the idea is if they consistently peak at this high price every few hours, then the card will sell on within a few hours. This is another reason why we wouldn't really icon trade below like 1.5 million for it to be efficient. Obviously you can icon trade if you have a dying urge, but it's just not efficient to do. Whereas if you go above 1.5 million, the idea is if you have to wait 2-3 hours for an icon to sell on, it's not the end of the world, because in theory you can go and buy 6-7 icons, and as long as one icon's gone and sold on and you've got enough money for the next icon, it's all good. But yeah, this is basically how the method works. You can either use the sniping method or you can use this method. This method works best when there's panic selling. Panic selling occurs on a Thursday with like Division Rival Awards. It occurs on Friday with a new promo. It occurs whenever there's an icon, a hero SBC, but then you have to understand the market drops. Now, that's one thing that makes this method quite hard, is that the market does consistently go up and down for icons, and because the market does consistently go up and down for icons, you are consistently having to kind of stay on top. Now, you don't have to relearn everyone's price too much. It's more of a case of just take 10% off what you were going to pay for them previously. So, for example, maybe if I'd go and pay previously up to 480 on Rygaard, now I'll go and pay, 380 on Rygaard. Now I'd only go and pay about 340 because I'm anticipating that the cards crash because of a hero or icon SBC. And I'd say that's about what she wrote. Icon trading's not it's not too hard. It's just you got to learn 40, 50 icons prices and re-look at them every like 24, 48 hours. That's kind of the awkward part. Also the patience in selling. But that's about it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.